A. A is for apples. Apples need. B. B is for bees. Apples need bees. Why are bees so important to apples and lots of other plants?
You may have heard people saying how important insects like bees are, but just why is this? First, we need to understand something about how plants grow and reproduce, and just what parts of plants we use for food. Do you know what parts of plants we often eat? Many of the parts you enjoy eating are the fruits and seeds. Plants produce fruits and seeds as part of their way of reproducing. These seeds are sometimes wrapped in a fruit which is there to help spread the seeds away from the parent plant so they have space to grow. The fruit is meant to be eaten by animals. This also spreads the seed. As it is either eaten and passes out in the animal's dung, or they simply spit the pips out like we do. The seeds are what new plants grow from. Flowering plants produce fruits and seeds from their flowers. This is part of a flowering plant's life cycle. Here's a reminder of a flowering plant's life cycle. Flowering plants produce flowers to attract insects like bees. Flowers contain nectar and pollen to attract insects. When they visit flowers, insects pollinate the plants. Pollination is when powder from the middle of a flower is moved to another part of the flower. Pollen is from the male part of the flower, the stamen. It is moved to the female part of the plant, the carpel. Insects do this when the pollen is carried on their body to another plant. When pollen is moved to the female part of the plant, the flower is fertilized and can then make fruits and seeds. Without bees and other insects, there would be none of these.
C is for cows and sheep and goats. D is for digestive system. A cow's digestive system has evolved or changed over time, so E is for evolved. A cow's digestive system has evolved to have 4 parts or stomachs. They belong to a group of animals called ruminants. Ruminants aren't like us, they have more than one stomach. Can you count how many? That's right, they have 4.
A ruminant's first stomach, called the rumen, is its largest stomach. In a cow, it will hold 180 litres. This stomach has lots of microbeasts in, which digest the grass for the ruminant.
F is for ferment. The microbeasts in the ruminant's stomach sort of change or break down the grass so that the cows can digest it. So G is for grass and other plant materials.
The ruminant helps by regurgitating and re-chewing the grass it has already eaten once. This is called ruminating or chewing the cud. If you watch ruminants carefully, you can see them doing this. They will chew and chew without appearing to take anything into their mouth. They are re-chewing their last meal. They often do this laid down. Once the microbeasts have digested the grass enough, then it continues on to the ruminant's other stomachs, where it and the microbeasts are digested by the cow's digestive system, just like in us. Not a very kind way to treat the microbeasts, which have digested the cow's dinner for them. Being able to eat and survive on grass makes sheep and cattle very important to farming and food production throughout the world. Grass is an amazing plant which can grow in many places which are not suitable for growing arable crops like this wheat, potatoes, or these peas. This means we can still produce food from this land, which is often too steep, too wet or too stony to grow crops on. Grazing these areas has made them like they are, and maintains them this way too.
H is for harvesting machines. Harvesting machines now use I for interactive touchscreens. Harvesting machines now use J for joystick controls. Harvesting machines now use K for kilogram measures, so the farmer can record how much he harvests from his fields. Harvesting machines now use L for lasers, so the farmer can drive his machine in a straight line and harvest as efficiently as possible. Harvest machines now use M for maps, so a farmer can record which areas of the field produce the most crop. N is for nutritional. O is for omnivore, something that eats both plants and meat, like humans, and P for pigs. Q is for quaff, which means gulp or guzzle a drink, like these little piglets drinking milk here. R is for rations or food. S is for sat-nav. T is for transponders. Pigs have sat-nav-like transponders in their ears which tells the computer the sow's number, so she can be fed the correct amount of food for her unborn piglets.
Just the backbone of the piglet there. You can see its ribs.
This food is passed to unborn piglets through U for umbilical cord. The umbilical cord connects the piglet to its mum before birth. Vitamins and water pass through the umbilical cord too. W is for watt. Watt is the unit to measure the power or strength of a machine, named after inventor James Watt. James Watt was a key person at the start of the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution was when we started to use machines to make things and produce food, eventually leading to today's technology. Today's technology has multiplied or times many times the yield or amount farmers harvest from their crops and livestock. zapping yours and mankind's hunger.